and 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 and. Mm, 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 mm. Okay. All right. So let's continue with the book. Hả em có uống cái này thì uống này. Energy in the morning. Personal stories from the Sly Edge readers. When the Sly Edge first came out, I sent it around to a few friends who had asked for copies and figured that would pretty much be that. Then I started getting calls from them saying how much they'd gotten out of it. I discounted much of what they were saying because, after all, they were my friends. But then I started hearing from people they had even given the book to, people I didn't know. Things started to taking off from there. Before long, we were hearing from hundreds of people about how the simple principles the Sly Edge had touched, and even changed their lives. As the hundreds turned into thousands, it occurred to us that sharing even a few of these stories right here on these pages might bring the material to life in a different way and help you apply it in your life too. Starting with the next chapter. And at the end of every chapter, we'll share one or two stories from the Sly Edge readers, talking about how the Sly Edge has had an impact on their lives. Essential points from Chapter 1. The same activities that take us from failure to survival would also take us from survival to success if we would just keep doing them. You already know how to do everything it will take to make you an outrageous success. All you have to do is keep doing the things that have gotten you this far. You have complete control over the direction and that the rest of your life takes. There's a beach bum and a millionaire inside you, each one of us. What makes the difference in how things turn out? You do. Okay, chapter 2. Oh my gosh, I have to tickle this. Ah. Okay, chapter 2. The first ingredient. Do the thing and you shall have the power. Let me tell you what actually happened starting the day after the night of despair. After my solar energy company collapsed and they towed away my nice car, I had no resources, no savings or capital, nothing I could start over with. The only option I had was to go to work for someone else. So I did something that George cutting those gold greens in his cutoffs would never have dreamt he would be doing. I went to sales. You have to understand, I hated sales. When I was starting out, that was the last thing I wanted to do. When I first went to work for Texas Instruments, my intention, okay, um, my intention was to work my way up in management. They had other ideas. If you want to be in management, they told me, you have to start in sales. I was horrified. I knew absolutely nothing about sales, and the idea terrified me. I had no natural gift for it. I didn't have the patience, and I am no natural born silver tongue smooth talker. But sales they wanted, so sales it was. And over time, I got used to it. And that's how I got started in all these books around me, as well as in why am I reading these books. Um, it's pretty much to improve my tonality and my English and my pronunciation, especially my communication with you guys, because I wanted to be better at sales, and because everyone in life is a salesperson, even you who are watching this. I'm pretty much selling you the idea of me reading this book, and that's why you are selling yourself that you should listen to me. All right, so that's pretty interesting. Okay. Okay, let's continue. I didn't have the patience, okay? And then something ironic happened. Over time, sales changed my life. Not the process of sales itself, it was the training involved. In the course of going through all kinds of courses, workshops, and sales related training material, I was exposed to a huge amount of valuable information. But it wasn't even the information itself that changed my life. Ironically, it was the thing that I eventually realized was missing in all that training and information. The thing that was far more valuable even than all that priceless information. It was what I call the first ingredient. After the night of despair, having no resources of my own, I went to work for a direct marketing company. In time, I built up a good sized sales force and then went on to build a couple of other successful businesses, one of which eventually appointed me the CEO. Based on that experience, I then started a personal development training company called the People's Network (TPN). At TPN, we produce nearly 1,000 television programs on all sorts of topics, from finance to relationships, and had the opportunity to work with some of the greatest authors, thinkers, and thought leaders of our time. Because of the position that I was in, I found myself at the epicenter of the personal development movement, spending time with such legendary figures as Jan Miller, the famous literary agent for personal development authors, Dick Snyder, and then the CEO of Simon and Struster, the biggest personal development publisher, Jimmy Bowen, the music producer, and Oprah Winfrey. During those years, we produced and provided some of the best information on how to become successful available anywhere. And thousands of people use that information to improve their lives or a little or even a lot. But for many others, so many others, that golden, priceless, incredibly insightful information seemed to have hardly any effect or no effect at all. It was mystifying. I had learned so much and gained so much from this stuff. These teachings were life altering. Yet I was seeing all these people eagerly taking it all in and not really getting much benefit of it. In the course of that experience, I came to a sobering realization. Everything these great teachers were talking about worked, but it wasn't working. People would try to follow it, but when the quantum leap they were looking for didn't happen in first 30, 60, or 90 days, they would quit. No matter how much information there is, and no matter how good that information is, if the person consuming it doesn't have the right catalyst and the catalyst that will allow them to apply that information effectively, then success will still elude in their grasp. It's like eating the best food in the world without the intestinal capacity to digest or absorb it. It may be fantastic, incredibly accurate information with amazing insights and track record of proven success, but it just goes right through you, leaving you as weak and hungry as you were before you ate it. I saw it happen hundreds and thousands of times. It wasn't for lack of trying, but it wasn't for want of desire. If you have ever been told, you'll get it if you just want it bad enough, I'm here to let you off the hook. It simply isn't true. Just wanting something doesn't necessarily mean get it for you. Not even when you combine wanting with trying really hard and working really hard. You can want all you want, try yourself blue in the face, but it still won't happen. Not without the first ingredient. Oh wow, interesting. This might happen to me before. Why diets don't work. Over the past few decades, I've worked with thousands of people from every imaginable background and walk of life, from doctors to lawyers to bus drivers and manual laborers. They have all had the exact same opportunity. Some of these people have become millionaires, and many more have gone to earn a good, solid living. But the majority of them, faced with exactly the same opportunities, have gone nowhere. Why? It's not a matter of luck. It's not timing or fate. It's not. not a matter of intelligence, skill, or talent either. During these same years, I've gone to the very top with a range of different companies and different product lines, which I knew, which I knew next to nothing about when I started, and in different countries and different languages, which I didn't speak and still don't. And you already know it wasn't my natural gift for sales, which I don't have. The truth is, there's been nothing brilliant about anything I've done. Quite the opposite, in fact. In every case, I've done the exact same thing every time, using ridiculously simple strategies made up of ridiculously simple list of ridiculously simple actions. The strategies I use, none of them invented or devised by me, by the way, are so simple that if you and I sat down together in a room for 20 minutes, I could show you exactly what I did to create four different separate multi-million dollar organizations and teach you how to do exact same thing in 20 minutes. And chances are it wouldn't work for you. Why not? Because how to do it is not the issue. Because if we don't fundamentally change the way you think, then you will have rearranged what I said by the time you leave the room. You'll have reinvented it by the time you go to bed at night. And in the morning, you won't even recognize it as the same information. It's the same reason diets don't work. The same reason gym memberships don't magically make you more fit. Because a diet without a slight edge, a gym membership without a slight edge, a solid and intelligently designed business plan without a slight edge is like a plant without water. People everywhere are clamoring for the formula, the secret, the path to improve their lives. And as I found during my years with TPN, there's more good, solid how-to information available today than about all those things than there's ever been before. But that's not how it works. If you're one of the millions looking for cookie cutter answers to the great questions in life, you can call off the search right now. How to do it is not the issue. If how to do it were the answer, it would be done. It's how you do the house that's most important. If access to the right information were the answer, we'd all be rich, healthy, happy, and fulfilled. And most of us are none of those things. Why not? Because the answer is not only the because the answer is only the answer. It isn't actually doing the thing. It isn't applying the answer, living the answer. It's only information. It's not that how-to books are not valuable. They are. In fact, there are some wonderful ones that I'll even recommend to you at the end of this book. It's just another how-to book. Is not what you need. It's not what any of us need. We already have enough of those, maybe more than enough, because what you need to transform your life is not more information. Besides, we're all so different. And my how-to may work for me, but may not be for the how-to that works for you. As much as we all love to quantify and a precise, specific pain by the numbers approach to life, love, and happiness, we are out of luck in that department because there's no universal, one-size-fits-all method to anything. However, there is a secret ingredient, an ingredient that once you grasp it, will cause you to find those answers, apply them, live them, and achieve those results you want. A secret ingredient that will allow you to achieve lasting success in any area of your life you choose. All right. Ooh. The missing ingredient. Time to pull away the curtain and share that secret. Ready? Here it comes. This is it. The secret ingredient is your philosophy. Ooh, your philosophy. How you live your life. What is your identity? What values do you stand for? What is your life philosophy? Woo! This is that tomorrow. Oh wait, by the way, my takeaway is your philosophy of living, your identity. What are your values? What are your habits? What is your mindset? Ask yourself that, and you will be successful.